Hi Gemini, welcome to your Harsh Truth reading for June 17th through July 16th. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below, as well as the recommend a reader shout out, which goes to Kelly Rosano. She's an astrologer and a wealth of information, so hopefully you click on the link, stop by and show her some love and support if you like astrology. Like what she has to say. All right, Gemini. Harsh Truth for Gemini. Gemini need to know. Well, okay, all will be revealed. What has been in the dark will come to light. That's things working out, conflict resolution. Keep in mind, sometimes that doesn't mean reconciliation or reunion. It just means that there's resolution. So that could end up being a breakup or reconciliation, or just a really great date, really great weekend with family and friends, or just, anything. But it's positive resolution. All right. What for Gemini? Hello, Gemini. The Wheel of Fortune. Can you see that? Wheel of Fortune. All right. Four of Cups. The Magician. Two of Swords. Five of Swords. Ace of Cups. Eight of Cups. Okay. So you two are at an impasse, and it looks like someone's going to be trying to figure out how to make it work, but you're just like, you know what, I can't anymore. So it goes from being kind of at a stalemate and not talking and communicating and no movement forward to walking away. What's this Four of Cups about for Gemini? What's this Four of Cups about? Hi. Sorry, little guy just came in. Hold on. What's this Four of Cups about? What? Four of Cups about for Gemini. Wow. It's like you want to be by yourself because you just feel like you're better off by yourself. Like, you know what? I can just do this myself. Like, I'd rather just worry about me and my own and provide for myself right now, and because I don't feel like I can count on you. This could be somebody that just can't hold down a job or is not very reliable. Could be somebody that's very controlling, that you're just, no, don't do that. I don't like that. No, you go away. That is more into, I don't want to say controlling, and maybe that's why you just want to be by yourself and under yourself and stable and secure on your own. You don't want anything from this person because either you can't count on them or they are just very manipulative and things are a means to an end for them. I'm gonna squirt you again. You can't hear him griping at me, but he's nope. All right, what I say, I'm gonna get the water. What's this Magician about, Gemini? You can't hear my little guy griping at me. He's got this really wonky meow. Sounds like your car dying. What's this Magician about? Okay. It's a magician. What is? This is someone that needs to figure out how, as well as it could be someone that is very controlling and manipulative and is used to getting their way or having people do what they want. I feel like it's somebody that you can't rely on, though. And to some degree, that could be because somebody's just always out for themselves and very manipulative and controlling, so you can't rely on them. There's that. But it also feels like this is somebody that just is really wanting to figure out how to adult, how to life, how to be dependable, reliable. Got a million things go up in the air and all this potential, but there's no actualization of it because there's no real movement forward with goals or agendas or promises, that sort of thing. What's this Two of Swords about? Don't do it. I'll get the spray bottle. Don't do it. What's this Two of Swords about? Okay. This is, there's no communication, no movement forward, no talking, no agreement, no nothing. Very, very hanged manish. I'm getting a spray bottle. I said. This is very very hangmanish, because there's just nothing. There's nothing. No communication. It's like a stalemate, not a truce, but a stalemate. What's this Five of Swords about? What's Five of Swords about? Yeah. Okay, so here you are, resolute on how you feel, and this could be Capricorn, doesn't have to be. This could be Gemini, Taurus, or Libra. This could be Gemini or Virgo. But this is you really wanting to be by yourself. You are pretty resolute on how you feel. And even to the point where, because of this ending, you are wanting to make some changes in your life so that this doesn't happen again. Or you are to the point now, after taking some time to think about it, with the disappointment and kind of being like, you know what, I hate to... This is how I feel. I hate to. This is how I feel. And I'm going to end things. I'm going to be just without emotion. I'm going to do what's best for me and my best interest, because my feelings have changed. The situation's changed. I have to end things now. And this is walking away, just so you know. What's this Ace of Cups over here? This Ace of Cups. What you doing? This Ace of Cups over here. No, spray ball. No, just spray ball. This Ace of Cups. That's what. I was like, wait, what? How does that make sense? Here you are over here going, nope. And this is like, look, we're at a stalemate. We're not moving forward. We're not even talking. If we are, it's very general online, but probably not even that. I see nothing, I hear nothing, none shall pass, like no, and then they're like, yeah, I'm gonna propose. What? How does that work? Here you are, I'm done, I'm out, I only want to worry about me and my own, and I'm gonna make the necessary changes in my life, and one of those is ending this if I haven't already, or I'm making changes because of this ending. We got an ending here. If you're probably thinking about, like, you know what, this relationship just kind of run its course. I just don't want to be with somebody that I can't count on, or that's constantly in the figuring out how to do stuff mode, wanting control and never really doing anything with it. All this potential, but not ever really, it's just empty promises at some point. Okay, we need to not do that. Clawing up my furniture. And then they want, here you are ending things, and they're thinking either a proposal's coming or they want to propose. They want an offer. They want to take the relationship to the next level. And this is about, you know what, it's just not that serious. It's not that for you. This is not a soulmate connection for you, or not something that you want to move forward with in that capacity. And maybe this is them wanting to think about how to make it happen, how to get a handle on this. And they're thinking, yeah, if we propose, then we can really get this off the ground or get going. Is this them thinking about how is this going to work? We have two cards about, well, there's water here, but this could be about distance. Could be that distance is involved, and that's why it's not working out. But I don't think so. I think this is someone that is kind of out of touch with how you feel about things. It probably, this is not the same for you as it is for them. What's this Eight of Cups about? Okay, different deck. What's this Eight of Cups about? So what he wants, what the little guy wants, just so you know, and he's been haranguing me, he wants to come up here and lay right here. Because when cameras aren't rolling, I move this and I put the little blanket up here, and he gets to, while I'm doing my clerical work, I have a whole other section of the desk over to the right, and so he lays here and naps and does whatever, and I'm over here doing my clerical office stuff and all, other stuff. So he's wanting to come up here, And what he does is he digs his claws in the side of the chair and then kind of hangs, or he'll paw at my leg, and I'm like, stop it. So got all these little pokey holes in the chair that I just bought. And and he does a at me. So, sorry. Just wanted to explain. I'm not talking myself going crazy with the spray bottle. It's, yeah. All right. What's this Eight of Cups about? Because clearly this is walking away. We got a stalemate, a not connection, no moving forward with a reconciliation, or, and look at that moon standing out. Wow. A soulmate connection. There's no moving forward. If there was one, you don't feel the same. There's been an ending, and there's walking away. But this person, I don't feel like this person has any clue. Like, they're still thinking that they can make this work or make it happen. They could just do or say the right thing, that they can get control of it somehow, that they can make it. You know, I mean, this is, and then here you are over here, pretty resolute. It's just a matter of finding the way to make the necessary cuts. All right. What's this Eight of Cups about for Gemini? Two cards. One top, one bottom. Okay, so whoa. So this is saying that you did think it was a. Look at this. This is an ideal person. This is an ideal partnership. This is a lovers. This is that soulmate connection. If you're into that, or a couple that has been together for quite some time, that has been very connected until apparently recently. Is it because it got weird and codependent? Because we have the Empress and the Magician here. Is that could be codependency in its negative aspect. Unless you just change, unless your feelings changed. I mean, this is someone that's kind of stuck on how they feel, and it's usually disappointment. It's someone that's like, you know what, my mind's not changing. I'm pretty resolute about how I feel. Two cards. Something happened. I don't know what it is, but something happened to cause you to want to walk away. They're completely out of touch with that. It seems like they don't understand how you feel, or they don't know why, or this is just someone who really wants to, 11th hour solution, and they're just trying to marshal the wind and everything else to make it happen, and they're really wanting that commitment and that proposal, and you're like, yeah, I'm the exact opposite. I actually want to sever things and end things and walk away and never have to deal with this again. What's this Eight of Cups about? They're not giving up. This is somebody that wants to come to you this looks like they might be reaching out online. They want to work things out. They're not going to be doing much else other than their day-to-day necessary things, whatever that entails for them. And maybe they're going to be, maybe this is them wanting to go to counseling to work this out, talking to someone of authority that will give sound, truthful, accurate, reasonable, trustworthy advice. That's one of the things of the Queen of Swords. This could be male or female. This is Libra. So it could be that they really want to work this out. They want the offer. They want the commitment. They want to work together. They want to even go to counseling to talk it out, or they want to talk to you online. They don't want to sever the connection. They don't want to let go. They want to still be able to talk to you, to reason with you, to convince, to give you, an organized whatever list of reasonings why. But this Queen is often devoid of emotion. They operate on logic and wisdom and the truth and what makes sense, and they're very organized. So this is probably, they want to go to a counselor. Could also be online communication. It could be them, after this ending, online dating. And here you are. Is this about you wanting self-care after this difficult relationship, or are you leaving this relationship in hopes for a better commitment with somebody else? Are you leaving this relationship to go find the one that is the ideal partnership for you, that you can make a commitment to? Because this one wasn't it for you. So this could be you walking away to try and find what you wanted with this relationship, what they thought you had, and you're like, nope. And yet they still, this could very well be them still wanting to petition you to work it out. Because look at this. This is someone that still thinks they can make it happen. And it looks like they want a proposal and they, you know, they're in love. And then here you are, and you actually might be leaving to go find that with someone else. What else for Gemini? What else for Gemini? Okay. All right. This is duplicitous. Okay, so this is someone that's deceptive, dishonest. You're right to walk away. You're right to walk away and want to find somebody else. Perhaps you thought this person was that, but I think my prior assessment or prior, like, is this somebody who's just really super controlling? I think that because this is manipulation, this is dishonesty, this is ulterior motives with a commitment, with a romantic connection, with any kind of contracts, any kind of agreements, any kind of sort of with the proposal. Like, look what we got right here, a proposal. Because this means proposal, romantic connection, marriage, contracts, all that. That's exactly what this is here, a proposal, a contract, a marriage, all that. Duplicitous, ulterior motives, dishonest, betrayal. You keep walking, Gemini. Don't you turn back around. Don't you? And good for you. And you are good. You're walking away here. It's all about you making the necessary cuts because you don't want this to happen again. Maybe you've just realized what the heck's going on. Because that's what this death and this Five of Swords is. It's realizing that, oh my gosh, you know, that I need to make some serious cuts and decisions, and I need to restructure a few things because this is probably something you've realized over time. This doesn't happen overnight, this death. This is a long, slow process, but it is final. And by the end of it, you're changed and you don't have the same awareness or you don't have the same feelings. You come full circle. There's been this huge epiphany. You're transformed. So it is a new beginning, but it's born from an ending that is irreparable or irrevocable. And this kind of shenanigans, this sort of duplicitous, dishonest, that kind of stuff, when you get mucked over by somebody that's that way, you heal differently. Like that, when your heart gets broken by something like that, you heal differently because you're battle worn after that. You're very wise and it's like, okay, fine. But you do, after that, you're like, I don't ever want to go through that again. This is all about being firmly resolute. I will be by myself. Somebody can just go, you know, F straight off and don't ever darken my doorstep again. And it could be that you thought it was this way with this ideal partner because they are very good at convincing you and doing all these things that make you feel like you're the most special and the one and all that. And it does feel like that intense connection. It's the ideal partnership. And then it gets weird and controlling and empty and codependent and crazy. And then you don't recognize who you are a couple years later. And it's very sad. So, okay. What else for Gemini? I'm not glad. I mean, I'm sorry. But I'm glad that this came up as confirmation because I didn't know what to, I was like, wait, how? And that would certainly fit someone being out of touch with how you feel or not honoring your feelings. Like you're over here going, and they're like, no, I can still make this work. Okay, either that's a special kind of, just somebody that's really idealistic, or it is somebody with an ulterior motive and agenda, very controlling and used to being able to command the wind here. Right, what else for Gemini? Confirmation, please, for Gemini. Four of Wands. Okay, if this is a marriage, this is you being pretty resolute about the ending anyway. You got the Ace of Cups, Knight of Cups, Four of Wands. So this is all about somebody that either wanted marriage or you were married to this person. And it's now about transitioning out of that marriage. This right here, this Queen of Swords, this would kind of fit with the Fox and the Magician because this is also known as the Bitch card. And this is somebody who can be very ruthless and cruel and is just very cutthroat and a means to an end type of person that just does not care how much pain or drama they cause. They want what they want. And sometimes the goal is to cause pain and drama. Just saying. All right. Did I get, or no, I got the dice. Okay. Last for Gemini. Gemini. What else does Gemini need to know? Gemini. All right. Page of Coins. 6, right? 6? Yeah, 6 of Swords. This is leaving this person is going to take a process. Leaving them emotionally is going to be a process. You will have help, and you are leaving this behind. The worst is over. You are transitioning to healthier waters, healthier emotional waters, per se, 6 of Swords. This is moving on to get healthy. Healthy change is coming. It is going to take time. You are at the beginning stages of it, but you will have help from friends. Stay close to your friends and family and people that can insulate you and counterbalance any kind of thinking that has become ingrained or instilled. So healthier days are ahead. This could be about needing self-care after this, breakup and this connection with this person. The Empress right here. But this, you are transitioning out of this, but be patient with yourself. It's going to take time. Okay. All right, Gemini, I hope this was helpful. I hope to see you in the next reading. I wish you luck with this. You stay strong and stay connected to people who care about you, can insulate you and help you, okay? All right. Take care.